Hey everybody, episode 9. It's been a while. It's first week in February. I guess we're halfway through the season. In southern Ontario, the conditions here have been the hill's open. The small hill that I work at and ride at is open, 100% open, but there's no snow in southern Ontario at all. There's no piles from the plows or anything. We had a little bit, but it's all gone. It's been I think in January there was 27 days of cloud, so it's been cabin fever. I'm just gonna do a bit of maintenance on the board. I'm gonna switch up. I'm gonna ride my other board now for the rest of the season because now the conditions are good. There's no rocks and no dirt and nothing going on there. So I'm just gonna wax this board and I'm gonna lend it out to people at the ski school, whoever wants to ride it. I know a couple people who are interested, so I'm gonna pass it on, let them put their bindings on and ride around and see how it goes. But I got a little maintenance on my new equipment here. I got a little on the high back. There's embossed or glued on fabric, and it's tore off in this one spot. So I just have like chip clip, a little bit of glue here. It's not tore off. It's just peeling off. So I'm just gonna throw some glue on it. It's not bad. This is waterproof. Waterproof glue. No more nails. Glued wood, plastic. Good for plastic. Good for everything. So I just throw this on. I think I said in the first video I had this glue here. Yeah, just throw some around. Be liberal with it. I think the stuff dries clear, so I don't care. It's most people wouldn't even do this, so I just do it to do it. Keep it tight. That'll dry up in the morning and it'll be fine. It's a little bit of that. So I'm going to take these bindings up. I waxed this board before I started recording. So if I have time, I'll scrape it. I'm just going to keep an eye on the time here. So I also took this glue and I put it in these screws that hold the foam plate in, just so they wouldn't glue my shirt, just so it wouldn't come out. Kind of like a Loctite kind of thing, but I just use glue. I don't care. I don't care about that kind of thing. So, as far as I know, you just take these and slide them forward. Like I said, this is new thing for me. These riser plates. But these have been good. These bindings are stiff. They're all aluminum and quite stiff. I actually I didn't know what I would think about them. Again, being new product. For me, but they've been really good. Really good. I had this, the ratchets and the ladder. This is called the ladder part. I had it pop a couple times on this one. So, like just pop as in you try to tighten it, pop, and then it would tighten. Don't know why. It's been good other than that. These bolts that one's tight. Let's see if they're all tight. Yeah, they're all. I put them down pretty good. I don't think they recommend you use a drill anyway. I just do everything by hand. Again, a Phillips number, what is it, everybody? Phillips number 3. Oh yeah, this is not a loose bolt, so that's good news. I went on YouTube and I found a guy who he told me, well, he was showing his what he recommends your width of your stance is, how wide your feet should be apart. It was interesting. I never heard it before, so I'll listen to anybody who's got a new opinion. And he said, measure your leg, put your foot on the floor, and he says measure from the floor to the top of your leg. So this length of your leg. He said just measure that with a tape measure, which I have. And I did it real quick. I went and I measured my leg this way, and it was 23 inches on the dot, which I thought was hilarious because on my wall, my stance is 23 inches wide. And I always thought, is that a little bit wide for me? But I just got kind of used to it. Because if you go too wide, you can't turn very well. So you lose the power. But 23 works for me. So that's another good tip from this other guy. I don't know who it was. I should give him credit. But that's another good way to do it. So measure your leg. That'll tell you your width. And again, your angles. You'll figure that out. I was talking to a couple other instructors, and they're amazed. that I have double positive angles. They say, "Oh, you're double positive," and I'm like, "Yeah, because I'm pigeon toed." And they're like, "Oh, I've never tried that." And then they tried it on their day they were riding around, and they said, "Oh, it was really weird." Of course, it's gonna be weird if your back foot's at 0 or negative duck foot. Of course, it's gonna feel weird. And then they said, "Oh, my shoulders are turning too much," and I go, "Yeah, you just keep your shoulders here and look with your head like you're shooting a bow and arrow." So it was interesting talking to them, and they all had comments. Again, you ask them 100 snowboard instructors, 100 the same question, you get 100 different answers, right? So anyway, this is a Ride Berserker 163 wide. It's good. It's good. It's pretty stiff. I think they did a really good job with this board. They've had this model for a couple of years. It's good. I got it a little bit shorter. 163 is a little short for me because my other board, which I'm going to mount up, is a 168. Oh, sorry, there's wet wax on here. Stuck. I was going to buy the 167. They make this in a 167. But I didn't buy that because I got a 168. But now I'm kind of thinking maybe I should have bought the 167. But then I'd be the same board. So anyway, I got that, and it's been good. I've been teaching on it. It turns, I think it's got like an 8 meter, or I'd have to look it up what the side cut is. It doesn't say on here. I think it's an 8 meter side cut, so it turns pretty good compared to this. This is a 10 meter side cut, which is a little more. What I like this, so it's a little slower, but I lean it over a lot more because it's a wider board. This one's 27.5 or something millimeters wide in the center, and this one's 28.6, so it's another centimeter wider. I could hold them up base to base, but this is not the widest board in the world, but it's a very wide board, and I don't like overhangs, so that's why I bought this board. Again, it's going on quite a few years old. I got it in 2010, so this is the 13th year on it, but it's holding up really, really well. I had a couple of nicks from skiers and whatnot, but it is wood core board with carbon fiber stiffeners in it. I got it made 25% stiffer and as wide as they could put it in the jig, and it's been dreamy. So I'm gonna ride it for the rest of the year and maybe let some other people try, but I've already marked this out 23 inches on this, so I'm just gonna put this guy down on the 23, which is right there, I think. Well, maybe not. I might have to take a little bit more time to do this. Right about there. And the holes are gone. It's never a good sign when the holes are gone. Oh, okay, there we go. There they are, right in the center. That's perfect there. So, yeah. Just doing this the hard way to show you guys how I'm putting this down. Just put 4 screws in and get going with my screwdriver. Same angles. My angles are 21 in the front. Is that what it says? 21 in the front and positive, and 9 degrees positive in the back. Again, I've ridden that for years. I write it on the wall, and I got Bill's on here too. He's goofy, but he's 18 and 9, so he's not as turned with the front foot as much as I am. And he's got a 21 because Bill's not as tall as I am. He's 21. I guess we'll measure his leg and we'll see if that theory stays up. We'll measure his leg. 21, yeah, 18 and 9 for Bill. So I haven't had him as a guest because he hasn't been here. He hasn't come up yet. He says he's got some other priorities in his life right now before he gets on up here. But we'll get him going. Billy's good like that. He's good. There it is right there. So that's where this guy's gonna go. And I hope this is 23. I'm just putting these down real quick, like just down. I'll tighten this up later. Measure that, just make sure. I don't know what I did here. Measure center to center. What do you get? Ooh, that's close. It's like 23 and a quarter. 23 and a little bit. That's what it is. That's what it is. And I've measured it forward and back, and it's pretty equal that way. So that's I'll tighten this up and put that thing on there. Like I said, when I put these foam plates on, a binding, I just put a little bit of that glue. There's no more nails. It's like a lock. It's treated like Loctite. Just put a gob in there and put this on. This won't come undone, and you won't lose these. I've seen these out in the hill. Some of these lose these. So yeah, I'll do that. I'll let that do this up. This looks pretty mean, black and black. Black and black looks pretty mean. So I'll do that off the camera. But yeah, this board's been fantastic. Like I said, I'm just going to scrape this off. Scrape it off, and let some of the other snowboard instructors try it. Some of these guys are guys and girls, I should say. I say guys meaning both. Some of them were just like me when I was growing up. They're 16, 17 years old, and they've had their board for a couple of years because not everybody has a ton of money to buy new boards all the time. And I've been riding with them now. Developed a relationship with some of these people, and I've got a good group. We're having a good time. I'm showing them a lot of edging skills that they've never seen, which is fun for me to see their eyes open up and go, whoa, the board really turns when it's on edge. And I'm like, yeah, try to use this in your everyday riding. We're not just doing an exercise. So I know there's a couple of guys that liked this board, and they were like, oh, I'd like to try that. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll wax it up for you guys and girls, or whoever wants to ride it. And they've never ridden a wide board. So doing edging exercises, riding a stiffer board, a wider board, a little bit longer board than they're used to will be quite a change for them. I've always had bigger boards, and a lot of people just do this. I'm 6 feet tall. 6 feet tall, 200 pounds, like I'll ride a little board. It's just awful. Except for the one stray. That was a crazy board. That's another story for another day when I get some pictures. But again, this is the same wax. This is the same wax I have, the Slide from Vernon, BC. It's the universal wax because our temperature here is staying like in the pluses during the day and like -1 or 2 overnight. We're really warm this year, and it seems to be like that for the next week or two. So I'm just going to stick with this universal wax, the around 0 temperature stuff, and hopefully whoever rides this board goes real fast and is like, wow, and will understand the benefits of having a fresh wax and fresh tune. I don't know if I'll do any more. It came out pretty good. When the bindings are off, the board's dead flat. You don't have the dimples. You don't have the dimples from where the bindings are, like a little intake. It's just dead flat, so it scrapes off really nicely. I'm getting nothing happening. So that's about all I got to say this time. Again, I'm trying to get some guest appearances. Well, I got asked to do an interview for a fellow instructor. He's got a school project, so that's kind of fun. I'll see what happens there. Maybe I'll put the link with this. But other than that, everybody, talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye.